Greetings, children, youth, and families. We are now on the next to last session for this series of mind-body medicine practices, exercises, and reflections for the camp and the booster sessions. And next week will be the final week where we will have a closing ceremony. And so today, what we will be doing is the self-portraits, number 2, because at the very beginning of camp, if you recall, you did a session called Self-Portraits and Drawings, Part 1. And now, towards the end, we're going to do the Part 2, which is a little different the way the drawings are done. And for this session, you will need crayons, 3 pieces of white unlined paper in your camp and booster supplies, as well as yourself. So one of the reasons that we use expression through drawings is to make it more fun, because there are many ways to express ourselves. There's different ways to tap in to your thoughts and your wisdom and your creativity and the answers that are within you. Just like we did with shaking and dancing, and with autogenics and biofeedback, and with the chicken wings experiment, and with dialogue with a problem, listening to music, all of the different activities that we did. And so with the drawings, I welcome you to join me in this session with the 3 drawings that will conclude this camp experience before we finish with the closing ceremony next week. So please bring out 3 pieces of unlined paper, and I also ask you to have some crayons nearby in front of you, and go ahead and number those 3 pieces of paper 1, 2, and 3. And you can also write your name on each page so that you know that these drawings belong to you, because you can keep them. And you can even compare them to the drawings you did at the very beginning of the camp a few weeks ago now. So now that you have put your name and number 1, 2, and 3 on those 3 pieces of paper, you can put them aside and get back into your comfortable seated position. And we're going to do a little more soft belly breathing before we start the drawings. So I welcome you to settle into your seat. Notice your feet flat on the floor, on the ground. Notice the parts of the body that are in touch with the chair. Maybe close your eyes or find a soft gaze somewhere in front of you. And go ahead and take some nice, deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the lips, which can be a calming and cooling way to breathe. Keeping the belly soft, breathing in, thinking of the word soft as you're breathing in, and the word belly as you breathe out, remembering to keep your belly soft so it can expand fully and contract fully. As you take each in-breath and each out-breath, as you breathe in, imagine every cell of your body is drinking in a little more oxygen, getting more vibrant, more healthy. And as you breathe out, imagine every cell of your body is breathing out, releasing carbon dioxide, releasing tension, letting go, relaxing. A couple of more mindful, compassionate, kind breaths. Clearing the mind, clearing your heart, and just getting into a relaxed place within yourself. So now I invite you to bring to your mind, while you still have this closed or gently gazing down eyes in a relaxed space within yourself, bring to your mind how you see yourself in your life right now. It can be everything from how you feel physically, how you feel in your emotions, how you feel socially with your friends, with your family, how you feel as you interact with your environment, the nature around you, your school, your activities, whatever you think of when you think of yourself as you see yourself in your life right now. Now I welcome you to open your eyes, pick some crayons, and on the paper that is marked number 1, take a few minutes and create a drawing, a picture, an image of how you see yourself in your life right now. Remember, there's no right and wrong. You can use symbols, different colors, stick figures or not, but take a few minutes to create an image on the paper, a drawing of how you see yourself in your life. When you're done with this drawing number 1, go ahead and turn paper number 1 over, put it aside, and take out the piece of paper that's marked number 2. And now I welcome you to come back to that seated, relaxed position. Put aside the crayons and the paper for a few moments. Close your eyes or find a gentle gaze. And take a few more soft belly, mindful, relaxing breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. As you breathe in, imagine taking in a sense of hope, a sense of possibilities, of what is possible. And as you breathe out, imagine releasing worries, tensions, anything that you don't need anymore. So now I invite you, while you're in this relaxed place inside yourself, bring to your mind how you wish to be in your life a year from now. So imagine a year from now, sometime in the summer of 2022. And how do you wish to be? How do you wish to feel? How do you wish you to see yourself in your life a year from now? Whether it's your relationships, your friendships, your school and academics, whether it's your health, your physical health, your mental and emotional health, your family, your home, your work, whatever comes to mind. And when you're ready, open your eyes and on paper marked number 2, create an image, a drawing of how you wish to be in your life a year from now. Again, you can use symbols, colors, shapes to show whatever comes to your mind. There's no right or wrong. Again, I'll put on some music and take a few minutes to work on this second picture. And when you're ready with this drawing, go ahead and turn paper mark number 2 over, put it aside, and take out paper mark number 3. Put it next to you and leave it there and come back to your soft belly breath. Take a few moments, notice your feet on the ground. Allow yourself to tune in to your inner landscape. Breathing in through the nose, out through the lips. Remembering the little baby lying on their back, and you see the belly rising with each breath in and lowering with each breath out. We can all have belly breaths just like that. So now in this place of relaxation and calm, I invite you to bring to your mind what steps are necessary for you to take so that you can get from where you are now in your life to where you wish to be a year from now. So how are you going to get from the drawing you made in paper number 1 to the one you made in number 2? And you can think of steps you need to take, resources you need, people and supports that you need to have and to ask for and to receive to be able to help you to get from where you are now in your life to where you would like to be a year from now. So when you're ready, open your eyes, take some crayons, and on paper mark number 3, create an image, a drawing, a picture of the steps you need to take to go from where you are in your life right now to where you wish to be in your life. Congratulations, you've completed the self-portraits part 2, the drawing part. So now I invite you to take out the 3 drawings that you just did. And if you have the 3 drawings you did for self-portraits part 1, which was way a few weeks ago at the beginning of camp, I want you to get those as well, because I want you to put the drawings you had the first time go around and then the drawings that you just made today, and we're going to take a look. So for today's drawings, put them next to you as number 1, number 2, and number 3 in a row, and I invite you to look at them. And if you have a friend or family nearby who you would like to share with, you can share with them what you notice in your drawings and what they notice in theirs. Maybe there are some themes or some things that are interesting or curious, some things that maybe make you think about something in your life that before maybe you didn't really realize or think about. And take a look at how the drawings today differ or maybe are similar to what you did at the beginning of camp for self-portraits number 1. You'll be able to notice how you've changed, perhaps the ways in which you have grown, ways in which maybe the colors are a little different or the themes are a little different. There's no right or wrong, but when we do these drawings over time, it can help us to notice things about how we're growing, how we are learning, how we are in some ways the same person, but in some ways a little different every day, every month, every year. So I invite you to take some time in your journal. Feel free to write down what you noticed. Or talk with one of your friends or family members that you trust about what you noticed. It can be fun to share your experience with someone else that you trust. And before we close for today, I have a little homework, a fun homework for you to do before our closing ceremony next week. So next week, for the final session, we're going to have our elder grandma, Linda Eagle speaker, who will be telling us, sharing with us about how to create our own ceremony, how to bring this camp to a close in a good way, but also to remember that every time a chapter is finished, every time a phase of life, a phase of studies, a phase of whatever we're doing is coming to a close, it's important to honor it and to learn from whatever that phase has been all along by having a little ceremony at the end of it as a way to bring it to a close in a good way. And so what I ask you to do, invite you to do, is between today and next week, you should have your little mind-body medicine bag that has come into the camp supplies for you. And I would like you to go out in nature, somewhere near where you live, and pick some object from nature that stands out to you, that speaks to you. Maybe like a stone or a rock or a leaf, a pine cone, depending on where you live. It could be really anything from nature. What's important is that you go into nature and spend a little time looking for something that speaks to you. And in many tribal traditions, it's important to, if you're taking something from nature, is to honor that and really ask the land, the nature, if you can borrow, if you can take that little stone from it. And so you can ask your family or your elders from your tribe what's the best way to do that. I know some communities put down a little bit of tobacco and a prayer next to wherever the stone is that they're going to ask if they can pick up and bring home. Others may have a different way to relate to nature in a healthy and respectful way. So you can do it the way that is respectful for your family and for your culture. But you can pick really anything. It can be very small, and I want you to bring that stone or rock or whatever it is, leaf, to the final closing ceremony session. And that piece from nature, that object from nature, is going to signify your experience with mind body medicine, your experience with getting to know yourself, your mind, your body, your emotions, your strengths, your capacity for healing and for change and for learning and growing. And it will be a reminder. That object will stay with you as a reminder of ways that you have grown, things that you've learned, commitment to work on yourself. Stay curious, respect yourself and the nature around you and your family and culture. I wish you all the best, and we will see you next week for our final closing ceremony. Take good care.